Hi folks, it's Mike Murphy. Today's quick tip is both in Photoshop and Adobe After Effects CC 2025. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create those black and white specks, or the old film dust that you're seeing dancing around in the background. Now there are many ways that you can create these old film dust and specks digitally inside of After Effects, but in this tutorial we're going to be doing it the analog way so we can get more of a hand-drawn textured feel. So the first thing I'll do is scan in this piece of chipboard. This is basically just light cardboard that you'll get in packaging. If you have notebooks or journals, you can scan the back of that in. Similar material. I don't need the color information, so I'm just going to scan it in as black and white to save me a step in Photoshop. I use 600 dpi for the resolution. I'm going to save it to my desktop. Format JPEG is fine. Click scan. I'll take the scan and drag it right into Photoshop. I'm already in Greyscale mode, so the first thing that I'm going to do is add a levels adjustment layer. I'll go to the bottom of the layers panel, click on the little half moon icon, and choose levels. For this example, I want a white background and black specks. I'm going to start by clicking on the black or the shadow slider and just dragging it towards the center. Then I'm going to click on the white or the highlights and drag it towards the black. And this is just a dance. Now this is a little too much, but in the next couple steps I'm going to show you this cool little trick that's going to get rid of all this mid-tone mess and just leave us with pure white and black specks. So first, I'm just going to merge down the adjustment layer by selecting it and pressing Command or Ctrl E. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of Gausian Blur. So go to the top menu, click on Filter, Blur, Gaussian. I'm just going to use 2 pixels, click OK. Then I'm going to go to the Image menu, go to Mode. I'm already in Grayscale mode, but you will need to go into Grayscale mode in order to get to Bitmap. So I'm going to select Bitmap. You must flatten the layers, so I'll click OK. I'm going to keep it at the 600 ppi, which is what I scanned it in as, and for the method, choose 50% threshold. So look at all the specks, I'm going to click OK, and I'll watch the magic. Pretty cool, huh? So I'll go back to the Image menu, Mode. First, I have to go to Grayscale, you click OK, and then I'll go back to Image Mode, and I'm going to choose RGB. To select the black specks only so I can remove them from the white background and place them on a transparent background. With the layer selected, I'll go to the top menu, click Select Color Range. I'm going to choose Shadows, click OK. If you zoom in, you'll see little marching ants around the black. Now, cool little trick. With those black specks selected, I'm going to click on the adjustment layer icon, the little half moon, and I'm going to choose Solid Color. I'm just going to keep it at black, click OK. Now you'll see we have the black specks on a transparent background, and we have the color chip. So any color you want, you can change it. That's a pretty cool technique. I'll rename this layer Black Specks. Now I'm just going to duplicate it by pressing Command or Ctrl J. Change the color to white. There's white specks. Now they're on top of each other, so if I tap V, we now have black and white specks. And to make this more manageable, I'm going to go to the top menu, click on Image, Image Size, and change it from the 600 ppi that I scanned it in as, and change it to 300. And if you love the Adobe Creative Cloud libraries like I do, you can drag your specs right into an Adobe Creative Cloud library, so the next time you're in After Effects or another Adobe software, you can just drag them right onto your document or composition. So save your Photoshop document as a .psd file if you want to come back and edit. And when I right click on these, I'm not seeing the export in this menu, so to fix that, I'm just going to convert them to a smart object by right clicking. I'll go to Convert to Smart Object. I'll do that on both. And now when I right click on the menu, I see the export as. I have PNG selected, transparency, click export. Now repeat for the black, right click, export as, PNG, transparency selected, click export. Just drag on the .png files that you exported from Photoshop right into the project panel, or if you did save them to the Adobe Creative Cloud library, open up the libraries panel in After Effects. First, I'll drag on the black specks. Now I'll drag on the white specks. To animate the specks, I'm going to keep it really simple and just use 2 expressions on the position and the rotation property of each. So first, I'll select the white speck layer. I'll tap P to reveal the position property. Hold the Shift key, tap the letter R. So now I see both position and rotation. I'll press Option or Alt, click on the stopwatch for position. So the first expression I'm going to use is posterizeTime, lowercase posterize, capital T, IME, open and close parentheses, then put the frame rate that you want to use. I'm just going to put 8. I'll tap the right arrow key to jump out of the parentheses, put a semicolon, tap Enter, Return to go to the next line, and now I'm going to type out the wiggle expression, lowercase wiggle, open and close parentheses. I'm going to put 3,500 and just experiment with these numbers. I'll click the semicolon at the end. I'll tap the spacebar to preview. Now this might be all you need depending on what you're working on, but we're going to add it to the rotation property just to make sure we have the most amount of randomness. So I'll just click and copy it to my clipboard by pressing Command or Control C. I'm going to Option click on the stopwatch next to the rotation property, and I'm just going to paste in that exact same expression. Tap the spacebar. Oh yeah, looks much better. You can see the specks are dancing all around the composition. I'm going to do the same on the black speck layer. Before I do so though, I'm just going to change its position, maybe tap S for scale and change the scale just so it looks different than the white specks. We don't want them to look identical. Then I'm just going to tap P for the position property, Shift R so now I can see position and rotation, Option click on the position property. I still have the first expression saved to my clipboard, so I'll press Command or Control V. I'll do the same on rotation, Option click on rotation, Command or Control V, tap the spacebar, and we've got ourselves some dancing specks. To add a little variety on the black specks and try to create those little hairs that you would see on old film, I'm going to duplicate the black speck layer by selecting it and pressing Command or Control D. So with the duplicated layer selected, I'll go to the Effects and Presets panel. First, I'll search for Gausian Blur, G-A-U-S, and drag that onto the layer. I'll go back to the Effects and Presets panel, do a search for Turbulent Displace, T-U-R-B, and drag that onto the layer. And go to the Effect Controls panel to customize. I'm just going to increase the blurriness a little bit, and you could do this on all the layers just to make them a little more subtle. Then in Turbulent Displace, if I zoom in here, you're going to see what's going to happen here. I'm just going to increase the amount, and I'm just looking at the specks. I'm just waiting until they get a little bit longer to give it that look of hair. And it might take, they're not going to be everywhere, which is actually makes it nice. But as you can see, they're starting to get longer in places to give that look almost, there you go. Almost like it looks like old hair. And again, just play with the Gausian blur. Save your After Effects project so you can always go back and customize at any time. You can also just export the specs as their own video file. So just hide everything but the layer that you want to export. Go to the Composition menu, go to Add to Render Queue. You can choose High Quality with Alpha or Lossless with Alpha. Choose where you want to save it, click Render, and just repeat for each of the different spec layers. And that is how you can create your own custom dust and specks from a texture using Photoshop and Adobe After Effects CC 2025. My name is Mike Murphy. Cheers.